morning, everyone. If you want to support financially directly, there's a PayPal Cash App memo. So let me explain why I do not do any sponsor. It's basically the same thing that's on YouTube. So, ladies and gentlemen, not only Skillshare has a problem of charging people before memberships or agreeing if they want to continue to use the free memberships, but while you're using free memberships, Skillshare charges you a year subscription at $138 a year. Isn't that wild? This is why I don't do sponsorships. If you haven't heard about Skillshare's unfairly practice, it's the same thing as YouTube. YouTube takes 45% of all revenue, including super chats. This is why, people, you have to know what you're getting into. This is why YouTube doesn't promote my channel, because it knows I do not want to work with these so-called collaborators that literally scam your audience and scam you out of your hard-earned work that you work hard for. But they want it, mind you, Skillshare takes 70%. YouTube takes 45%. So keep that in mind. This is why we don't do sponsorships. For the person that asks, why don't you do sponsorships on your channel? It's because every single time, every time there's a sponsorship, you see it on the most famous YouTubers, Marcus Brownlee, whoever it may be. They even stop promoting Skillshare. They stopped promoting Skillshare for a reason. It was not lucrative. It wasn't very lucrative, and they cheat your customers and your audience. There's like for instance, there was a review of a woman that was using a trial membership. She was charged while using the trial membership. Fucking idiots. And then she got charged again 1 year later after she got the refund for the first one. You see what I mean? And they, mind you, Skillshare said they wasn't able to refund it this time. What do you mean? This person hasn't used your service. But again, this is why we don't do sponsorships. There are too many problems with these so-called collaborator brands. No, if it's not a physical brand like Maven Filters, JJC, Sunway Photo, Canon, Sony, then I'm not doing it. Because all they are doing is just taking money from you as an audience, and I don't want that on my audience. I don't want my audience being tricked into investing in something. Because think about it, Patreon, I'm on Patreon, right? I don't even have 2 paying members, right? And the problem with, there's no problem with Patreon. The thing about Patreon is that people are not drawn to Patreon as much as they should. Mind you, Patreon only takes, what, 10, 12%? While YouTube takes 45%, excuse my language. Skillshare takes 75%. All these online courses, these classes, are just the same as YouTube. This is why I don't promote Skillshare. Someone was asking me, why don't I have Skillshare? So I'm talking about Skillshare, why I'm staying away from Skillshare. They're not being honest to you as the creator, or the content creator, or the influencer, or the filmmaker, or the teacher, or tutorial. They're not being fair, because you got to read the fine print. So sign up a free trial, ladies and gentlemen, you will get charged. And mind you, you can watch the same thing on Skillshare on YouTube. this is why we don't do sponsorships. So to answer that question, I forgot your name, sir. I apologize. I'm just trying to protect the audience. That's all, friend. I know what I'm doing on my channel. I want it clean. I don't want sponsorships. Mind you, I had another YouTube channel that did have sponsorships. I was a gamer. I was a computer programmer. I was a little weird when it comes to the science and chemistry class things on my channel, where I start messing with chemicals. But at those times, those CANs back then, they were the worst. So many of them. I still haven't got paid from that big. I'm not sure you guys remember the whole monetization back then, where a lot of these so-called collaborators, again, scammed a lot of YouTubers out of their own money. Yeah, never got paid. Someone never got paid. This is why we don't do sponsorships unless it's a physical brand that wants to physically sponsor the channel. Say, hey man, we'd like to send you some products. We'd like to send you a check to cover any fees, any expenses. We like what you do. Take this opportunity with a grain of salt. Here's our contract. You can read right through it, and might you read through it so you understand it. And this is why a lot of these collaborators, they do reach out to me, but I just decline the offer. Because now they're talking about 5% commission this, 10% commission that. If I sell a product, I get a 15, 17% commission on this. It's like, no, you're just offering my audience. This is just to get me to believe your delusion. Yeah. So with that said, everyone, now you understand why I don't do sponsorships. Then next you know, someone will be suing me for defamation or fraud. You know, I'm not going to be one of those YouTubers, because I'm not. I'm a photographer. I'm a filmmaker. I'm not an influencer. This is why I don't want sponsorships, because you're just influencing people to go for a product that you don't even really recommend. Just be honest, YouTubers are in it for the money. They're in it for the audience, but some of them are in it for the money. And yet, you wouldn't mind taking money for your hard work unless it's honest money. Like, for instance, last 48 hours, I'm trying to get my money from this photographer. He just refused to pay me. And mind you, I gave him honest work. And I went beyond what he wanted me to do. Just to please this man, he still won't pay me my money. So with that said, everyone, I am using the Maven filters. You see, like this brand here? This brand gave me a $900 set of filters for free. You see that? They didn't ask me. They said, hey Panda, can you plug and make sure you say Maven 25,000 times so people get the point? They don't get to say anything, but I let them say what they want to say. And actually, what do you want me to, add to my video? You know why I ask Maven filters sometimes? Because they always come out of their own way to say, hey Panda, do you need any lenses or replacement part? Yeah, actually. Or they respond to my posts, they respond to my request. Like, for instance, JJC is a new company that reached out to me and wanted to continue to send me more products because they like the content. There was some way photo until they wanted me to stop telling my audience about defective parts in the camera equipment. I cannot go ahead and tell you, I'm sorry, lost my train of thought. I can't go ahead and do such a thing to my audience and not tell my audience what happened. You had a video with a product that malfunctioned and you took it down. Oh, because yeah, that's just giving in to the brand that wants you to deceive your audience. I can't do that. If things happen in real time, I have to share it. So take it with a grain of salt, everybody. So Maven filters, I am using your 3-stop and your CPL. But yeah, everyone, I just wanted to answer that question because people say, why don't you just get your channel sponsored? No, YouTube won't even allow. I don't even think YouTube wants me to get sponsored by anyone after the things I have said about the platform. How, if you guys don't know what YouTube just did this year to creators, it's just hurting us more. It's making us work 10 times more for very little cents. Guys, you want to see my revenue box right now? It tells me that on average I make $17.83 a month. you think, yeah, like ouch. They keep demonetizing, they keep ghosting, they keep, might you shadow banning some of the videos. YouTube likes to send fake views and fake viewers to my content, especially my live streams. I bet you right now there's 101 people here, but those 101 people are not actually 101 people. They're bots. That's what they are, bots. So right now, all these fake views or watches are just bots. YouTube is trying to put in your head that these are real people. It's not real people watching my content. It's bots. It's YouTube's bots. Because think about it. I made a video yesterday that now has 9.1K views, but it only has 6 likes. Here's another thing you need to pay attention to. The duration time for each view. It says 3 to 5 seconds. A human reaction would take about 30 to about a minute to decide if that person wants to continue watching my content or not. But this is how you know the difference. Analyze and look at your analytics on your YouTube channel. It shows you. This is why YouTube, it's not being honest about these views or these so-called, there's no way I got 9.1K and not one person wanted to be a new supporter. Mind you, I looked at my subscription. And mind you, I got one subscribe from that. That's when you know this whole video, yesterday's video, was all bots. Great job, YouTube. Now you're using bots as a way to falsify views. This is why, ladies and gentlemen, don't believe the review count on these videos. They're not actually real people watching them. YouTube has created a system where it's mimicking your view as a bot. So let's say you're viewing right now. So now there's 3 of you, but out of 3 of you, 2 of you are fake. It's mimicking you. They have some way where they're mimicking your account or your presence on the YouTube video and just mimicking your status as you're watching it. As soon as you leave, those 2 bots will leave. And as soon as the next person comes in, they do it again and do it again and do it again. Start to see the bigger picture. This is why I ask you for your financial support directly, everybody, because YouTube is not flipping it or not even helping me flip the bills. And I don't rely on YouTube, everybody. Listen, I made my mark. I made my mark way back in 2016 when I was monetized. You're like, wow, it took you that long to get to like 6,000? Yeah, because here's the thing. I didn't want to give in to YouTube's demands. I refused to be on YouTube's, I don't know. I didn't want to be on that baby oil list. You feel me? Yeah, YouTube has a baby. Just be honest about it. You know you do. Everybody knows you do. You're another P. Diddy. Should change your name to U Oil. Yeah, YouTube should change their name to U Oil or Tube or Oil Tube. Because that's what you are, a slippery partner that is deceiving the creators, the audience, and the people that watch the content in good faith. Yeah, did you know YouTube actually hurts 37% of the American audience with all these frauds, scams? Think about it. The FTC knows this. But it's hard to prove a case when every time I look at a YouTube video, there's always some scam about something. But when I'm always watching or researching something, then a video ad comes on for that single product. It's like, really? Now you're spying on me? So yeah, everyone, I don't have the best luxury on YouTube. This is why I ask you for your financial support when it comes down to my work. But also support realism. Because people want to pretend to be in a fucking cartoon world sometimes. And yeah, life is tough right now for me. Like I just said earlier, I'm grateful for some of the brands that do want to support me and want to continue support. But I am not liking the fact that there are a lot of human interactions right now that want to stop supporting because I don't believe in a God, or you were caught being wrong about your mistakes and you don't want to make amends about it, so you just said, I'm not going to support you anymore because you were right. That doesn't make sense either, Phil. Yeah, I'm calling this man out. He's a principal. I'm calling him out because that was just dumb. It was just stupid to disown someone just because they proved you wrong. I mean, they put you right about what you did. And then not only me, it was the rest of the audience that did too. And I'm saying here to him, like, why are you taking this so seriously? This is just criticism. I get criticized every single day. You don't see me giving up, but he gave up on me, everybody. That's how weak you are. I'm calling you out for it. Yeah, it's weak. It goes to show you that your humanity integrity is weak. Weaker than mine. You can't take criticism. So, and this is the man that brought me this iPhone. Yeah, this is the man that replaced my iPhone because some douchebag stole my iPhone while I was unconscious and having a fucking heart problem, end up in the hospital, everybody. This is the same man that's supposed to he claimed that he was gonna stick to my son no matter what. But the day that my audience and I said, hey man, you were wrong. You had no business interacting between me and Michael. That was between me and Michael. You can, might you be a facilitator and watch and observe, maybe even better, a moderator and say, hey, time out. But no, you continue with the email. Yeah, he continued with the email saying that I was wrong for spreading our business. Ladies and gentlemen, on this channel, since day one, since 2016, this channel has been transparent. It literally says in the title, in the profile of transparency. What do you mean I was sharing me and this man's debacle? I share everything. But the point of this story is, everyone, is that this person gave up on me because this person was proven wrong by 5 other people, including Michael Collins himself. That's why Michael Collins is just shaking his head right now at you, Phil. This man is a veteran. Older than you by far, probably, or maybe almost close to the same age. But this man has more open freedom to his mindset than you do. And you said you were a principal, once a teacher, right? Then why would you give up on people? Teachers don't give up on people. Principals don't give up people. You're supposed to have this encouragement to keep teaching and educating, regardless if you're not a principal or a teacher anymore. It's just a natural instinct to teach people and do good. I met a teacher the other week and gave her my other rollerblades. Just because of that open-mindedness. When I told her that I didn't believe in God, when she talked to me about, I'm Puerto Rican. I asked her nationality. I said, she's half Puerto Rican. I was like, okay. Because I see white Italian in your eyes. She goes, yeah, my mom's Italian, but my father's Puerto Rican. I was like, see? But here's a catch. When she started talking about God, I said, yeah, I'm not really big on God. I don't go to church. I don't preach it. I don't even read the book. She said, that's okay. That's your personal belief. Or I said, I don't have any belief. She goes, oh, so you don't follow anything? I was like, no. I was like, she said, that's your personal, yeah. I just don't believe in God. And we still have a conversation after that. But recently, everybody, Brian, the photographer that I was talking about earlier today, said, if you ever didn't watch my video and the email that he sent, he says, oh, I didn't forget about you, because he knew he owed me money. But the next thing he said was, I can't see you no more money because you're not a person that has God or Jesus in your life. So he's making excuses to not pay me. This is why I said what I said about people that follow the words of God worshipship. Some of you people are fake and a bunch of hypocrites and are liars. And that's why I say God doesn't like ugly. You said it yourself, Brian. God doesn't like ugly. Then why would you treat me ugly? That's what I'm trying to understand. But I do understand one thing. As a species, as a human being, we are never going to grow. We are never going to adapt. We're never going to grow out of our stupidity. Some of us want entitlement. Some of us just don't care about other people. We really don't care. I just wanted my money. This guy just do this dumb things, and it rained on me last night. Yeah, it rained last night, as you can see. It rained all last night. And it wasn't even supposed to rain. But it did. This is why the weather in New York City is unpredictable. Yeah, I gotta go to my store to change clothes. But with that said, everyone, 3 days into my fucking lousy birthday, a stop sign. There's 2 stop signs here too. So many problems on this boulevard. Shameful.